Wait, what are y'all doing?
Intro.
Oh, intro?
Yeah, he's doing the story, so we'll be
I
in.
bet.
Oh, we're good? Yeah, we're good. Come on.
And we are
Live, boys. What
Alrighty.
a beautiful 2 days of footy. What a beautiful quarterfinal. Oh, my God, boys. Welcome back. Keeks handle. I don't even know where to start, man.
All right, guys. Welcome back to the Ladsfootyshow. I'm your host, Keeks. Today I'm here with my co-host.
It's your boy, Hera.
Viejo.
And today we're finally here. 4 teams left. It's make or break at this point.
It's make or break. And there's not a single favor, but we'll get into those. Before we continue, make sure you guys drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Those you guys watching live, leave a comment. First to donates. There was a message out there in the Discord. You know what happens if you're the first to donate, boys. So make sure you guys are tuned into the Discord. Links are in bio and all the socials. Like. And let's get going with today's games, yesterday's games in general. What occurred. I think let's start with the big one today.
Today or yesterday?
However, actually, I think I could go right now and talk about
all 4
forever.
Yeah.
To be honest.
You know what? Let's get it out the way, man.
Let's get it out the way.
Arsenal, Real Madrid. What the fuck happened?
I told you guys.
Arsenal went through. I think we all knew deep down this would. I know you said Madrid come back on.
My reasoning for that is because I felt like I was gonna. I feel like I look less stupid, saying otherwise to Real Madrid, and then vice versa. You feel me?
No.
So I was like, I think I'd rather just, it's just I'm not gonna stay still.
It's just it's the cherry on top of how the Madrid season has gone since the very beginning. Since Mbappe signed the contract, it went to shit. And I won't get tired of saying it. He had a good stint. He had a good couple of weeks and months. But at the end of the day, he made his team worse. But it's not all about him. Ancelotti's at fault. Florentino's even at fault for not making signings. And
I don't know. It's kind of
there's so many people at fault.
There's a lot of negatives to Madrid currently, but you don't see those until you really lose and you're struggling. When Madrid is in their highs and they're winning back to back like how they were come January, December, etc. When Barca took the fall off, no one was saying anything. Mbappe got clicking and he was clicking, and you're cooking Mbappe right now. But I think at the end of the fact, he's your best player.
It doesn't feel like it. He's not a leader. He doesn't lead by example. He's not consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, he did have good numbers considering it being his first season, but I mean, you guys know what I think about him. He made the team worse. That's the end of the story here. But like I said, it's not about him because he's not the main issue. The main issue is us lacking signings, depth. We have a lot of injuries. We have a lot of players out of form. We have Ancelotti. He's not really
game plan, no tactical, no plan.
He doesn't really know how to maximize what he has. And then you have Arteta on the other hand, who has Mikel Merino playing striker for the last few months as center mid, Also, not having Saka for half the year and still somehow second in the Premier League, and somehow now in the Champions League semifinals is just one manager just knew how to work with what they have, and the other one didn't.
Before we get into the detailed conversations, how do you feel personally, Real Madrid and Arsenal supporter? How are you looking at this? How are you feeling?
Right before that,
Yeah.
shout out Angel Bautista with the $2 dono.
Oh, my
Hot
God.
take: Alexis Sanchez is better than Vinny Jr.
Right.
That's not a hot take.
Peak.
I mean, Vini was in Ballon d'Or shouts. Alexis wasn't near that, but
If Vinny was in the
Alexis-
Ronaldo Messi era, he would never been there either.
That's true.
Nah, I think Vinny. But
I'll take
Sanchez
Alexis.
If
Alexis.
Vinny was in the Ronaldo Messi era, he'd probably be playing for Ipswich.
It's not crazy to say Alexis because for club, for country, it's like Alexis Sanchez was the man.
Yeah, I'll take Alexis. Just it hits home.
Club
But,
and country, bro. He
shout
got
out
the
Angel.
job done every time he had to.
For what I feel though,
Yeah, how do you feel?
I feel bittersweet.
Mm.
I'm happy Arsenal went through, but I'm also disappointed that Madrid didn't give us anything. There was not a clear chance. There wasn't a single moment in that game where I'm like, all right, let's go. Like it could happen, and it never did. They got a gifted goal, and in reality, Madrid shouldn't even have scored.
Mhm.
The streak of them not scoring against Arsenal should have continued. They got a freebie. But yeah, I would have preferred. I'm gonna be honest. I would have preferred Madrid to go through because I know Madrid would reach the final, whereas Arsenal are going through, and I'm not confident they're gonna beat PSG. So it's like, Arsenal did
I
all
know what you
that
mean.
just to lose a semifinal. Well, obviously, I'm a hope for the best. We beat PSG already, but
Yeah, but we'll get into those
I don't
predictions.
think
Yeah, it's still all to play for.
Keeks, instant thoughts and reactions.
The way I, a 2 back-to-back unsuccessful hay watches. Arteta did no wrong. I don't think a single Arsenal player really did wrong, apart from Saliba, who just really didn't head check fast enough. You know, that's really all that happened. He even Vinny could end up fucking missing for all I care. But pretty much to back what Viejo said, Madrid did nothing.
No.
Madrid did nothing to counter. Madrid did nothing to even show that they had a fight left in them, that they had a remontada building up. There was nothing for Madrid from both legs, bro.
no, I think there's just it doesn't click up top.
Not
We've
yet.
been saying we
Not
got it, and when it clicks, it'll be scary. And it was scary for a bit against Man City. It was pretty insane. But the reality is, it hasn't been consistent all year.
The glimpse-
It's
the-
not what we
The
thought it was
glimpses
going
and
to be.
potential is still there. These guys can still link up and become a deadly front three. They've shown that they're capable of doing so. But obviously, the level of consistency needs to increase
There's
massively.
And when we're on live, someone asked, now that Madrid's out, which players on this Madrid team should not be there next season?
Modric,
Okay,
he's old.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go down the list, top of my head.
go for it.
Lucas Vasquez.
Gone.
But at the end of the day, it's not his fault. Like
He's
he's
gone.
not a right back. He never was, but he has to go. Alaba has to go. Not gonna be the same ever again.
Fran Garcia.
Fran
Rotational.
He's good for rotation. Luka Modric, I think he's gone. He hasn't been good at all this season. I mean, he's very old. Nothing surprising. And I'm gonna go out there and say Rodrigo. I think if I'm Rodrigo, I leave. If you want to elevate your career, you have to leave Real Madrid. Yes, you're playing for the best club in the world, regardless of what happens this year. But your numbers aren't as good as what they can be because you're a very good left winger. And we all know you're better off left wing than right
For
wing.
his sake, he'll leave Madrid. I think that would be the right decision. But it's not like Madrid need a squad wipe.
No.
They just need a new manager, new ideas, new game
we
plan.
need players.
They need to
We
add
need
to the
players.
squad.
They need to
don't
add
need
to the
squad
squad.
wipe.
Yeah,
They
apart,
need to
apart.
add
They
to
need
the
to add
squad,
to the players.
which is crazy talking about Real
Which is
Madrid.
crazy, yeah.
But it clearly shows the lack of defensive ability in that squad is crazy. And it's always been the thing with Madrid. They've never been the much better defensive
No,
side
they haven't.
normally.
Since
But
Ramos.
nowadays, it looks even worse, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like these guys get caught out and concede regularly. Like that shit, it's for an elite club as big as Real Madrid. That is a that's a huge problem.
Yeah.
Rodrigo to Liverpool.
Let me. That would be a good.
Salah already
great move.
signed. Salah already signed. No way.
Well, one of them striker. Well, I mean, I
No,
did say
not
Rodrigo
even
left
Rodrigo
wing.
left wing. That would be very good. Now, real quick,
Gakpo clears.
with Real Madrid, I could go on forever, and they just keep proving me right. Some takes that I have, and they just keep proving me right now. Where do I start? Keeks and Viej had us some hope and some light for Real Madrid coming through for the comeback. I didn't. I wrote it off 100% completely. And my reasoning to that was because simply the fact that Arteta knows how to manage football matches, completely dominated in both legs. I think it was halftime and Real Madrid had 0 shots on target. Arsenal had 3. It looked like Arsenal was the team down.
Arsenal could have been up 2-0 roughly by the first half if the chances were taken correctly.
Penalty.
Even then, I think if this game could have been replayed 1, 2, 3, 4 times, it's the same results. I don't think Madrid had enough, will have enough, has enough to overcome in this certain circumstance for Arsenal and Arteta. Just the players were absolutely locked in. Every player today for Arsenal played for the badge. Declan Rice back-to-back man of the match performances. Again, another player that Arsenal went out and spent 100 million.
Did he get
that
man
is
of the
performing? Man of the match,
Yeah?
back-to-back.
I would have given it to Saka.
Odegaard today had a hell of a game. Saka,
Declan Rice.
Odegaard,
I did not like how
Odegaard in the press. That is one thing that I always
on the ball, he was
on the ball. He's all right. Saka, I mean, I've been saying this guy has been world class. He's in my top 5 right wingers. My God.
That's world class right there. That's his first world class moment. That's a moment right there that
you miss
puts
a penalty.
you up there.
You miss a penalty at the start of the game,
and he still
You go
scores.
and score a great fucking goal and absolutely silence the Bernabeu.
If Saka against PSG does the same, then that's what I hang up and say he's world class. But he's teetering. What is the word? Teetering. He's teetering there.
No, for
there's
me,
only 2 world class players. No, there's only 1 world class player at Arsenal Football Club. There's only one, and his name is William Saliba. Because William Saliba starts at every club in the world.
Yeah.
Another world class performance.
What a performance! The class is on a different level. It's like the guy. I'm saying we all say he's a Madrid center back,
He's
but
not leaving.
I don't know if he would leave if Arsenal make the Champions League final.
I've seen Mbappe hit that crossover step on every single center back on the planet, bro, and always end up breaking through.
I think Saka is there for my world class. I mean, this performance, like they say, is the one for them. But I think look how Arsenal have been. Look at Arsenal with Saka earlier in the season, and look what happened when Saka got injured. Completely changed the team. Comes back from his injury. And they're clicking. Another player, Martinelli. I mean, had been off the whole season. And today was also a great game for them. I don't know. We have a dono, Keeks, if you want to read that.
Damn, 10 euros?
10 euros.
Shout out.
Shout
Natasha?
Finally catch the stream live. Shout out you. We're doing it a little earlier today. Anyway, a la Madrid will come back stronger. Always remember 15 Champions Leagues, back-to-back Champions League, and 10 Champions Leagues more than Barca. Greetings from Frankfurt, Germany.
What is this German Madrid fan?
Are we getting troll chat? Natasha, are you trolling us?
A la Madrid. En las buenas y en las malas.
That's fine.
Appreciate you, Natasha, for the dono. Appreciate you for tuning in to the live. But, I mean, that's just some takes I had. I just simply didn't see enough from Madrid. Madrid have been struggling for months now. Defensively has been their biggest point. They weren't going to come back because they were always going to concede, and Madrid never keep clean sheets. That was my number one factor. I had Arsenal scoring like easy. Where else could we go with Madrid?
I think it's more. I want to go into Arsenal. I think.
Okay.
I think it's more respect to Arsenal than Madrid even doing anything, bro.
It's Arteta just had another perfect game plan. Arsenal couldn't break them, and I mean, there's 4 players that really. No, actually. The thing is, it's more. I think I can name it's collectively. There wasn't players that. I think the player that didn't perform to what I wanted him to be was Odegaard, but he still worked his ass off. Yeah. On the ball, I didn't like him at all, but I mean, he did his job at the end of the day. Saka was great. If he would have scored the penalty, that would have been insane. Miles Lewis Skelly, sensational.
What a player.
Declan Rice, to me, was deserved man of the match. I kept saying throughout the stream, this guy is absolutely everywhere. He's winning everything.
His heat map would have been insane.
Kivior, fucking round of applause. I didn't think we would do this in 2 legs. William Saliba, I keep saying.
Raya was a leader today.
Might be the best center back in the world by next year. Arguably could be right now. It wouldn't be shocking to me if anyone could debate that. After these 2 performances,
I had Rudiger my top 5 center backs.
He owns Kylian since League One days. He owns.
Saliba. Yeah, Saliba.
He owns.
Yeah.
Timber, lockdown Vinny. Who else am I? Raya, nothing crazy.
Partey, solid.
Partey, it's gonna be a huge loss. First game's in France. And Merino, 2 assists. Merino 2 assists.
Yeah.
Martinelli did his job too. Scored. I had a feeling that fool was gonna score. He scored. He secured my bread.
Thank
you.
That last goal, at the 90 Martinelli's goal, I was celebrating in silence, man. I was just like, that was like the moment for me that game.
In silence?
In
Why
silence.
silence? I thought you were pulling up. I thought we were all gonna watch it.
Nah, I had a client like at 11:58,
Yeah.
and then I was chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Natasha again, €5. There is no trolling in Germany. You guys were here. We are always serious.
That's true. That's very true.
German people were they were fun.
Just ask our producer about them.
Danke.
Discord lads know.
Danke.
See what we have in the chat. Lewis Skelly masterclass today. Yes, 100%. I think the way he carries the ball into the midfield, like if it's just Birmingham City or something he's going up against.
Mariano Palacios, $5. Keep up the good work, lads. Who should Madrid look at to replace Ancelotti? I mean, it's just.
I think there's
Good
only one
question.
answer, man. I think there's only one answer.
And the fact that he's not in the Champions League or almost close to losing the Bundesliga,
It's even crazier.
It's set. It's set. It's written in the stars.
Xabi
Xabi
Alonso,
welcome
today-
to Madrid, fam.
Today I saw a rumor. I think One Football posted it. Jurgen Klopp, possible.
You think he'd come out of retirement for Madrid
I
job?
wouldn't want that. Nah.
I don't know. I think that'll be okay because the system that Klopp plays, I think, would benefit Real Madrid very well.
You guys like the defensive depth.
Xabi Alonso's system, I don't know if it would benefit Real Madrid very well.
Spanish. He's played for the club. He knows
it's
what
different.
it
But
means.
he
It's
plays a very,
He knows-
a very.
He plays very
He plays
different.
the opposite of what Real Madrid
He
He
knows
does.
what
plays-
it means, though. He.
Eso sí,
ha visto-
yeah, eso sí.
Se ha portado la playera.
Who would you
different.
guys want for Real Madrid's manager next season? That's a question for you guys, lads.
Handshake.
Handshake, sick one.
Morals in it.
I think that's. I mean, that's pretty much it from that game. I was disappointed.
Arteta's gonna be manager for Arsenal forever.
To sum it up,
Forever.
Crazy. And if all you guys that doubted him and think he would
Yeah.
ever leave Arsenal, you included.
I
do
am
not want to
included.
hear it.
Yeah,
I
Barcelona.
was in this barco since day one, and I never ever left
Yeah.
because we see the vision.
Oh man,
We see the vision.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
I was-
Arteta out
yeah.
every season, bro. This shit like
No, yeah.
grinds my gears, bro.
I was an Arteta
I'm
critic
fuming.
in the first season. But I mean, we're coming
He
from
works
managers.
He works with
What he
he
has,
has.
and what he has isn't a lot. I was just thinking throughout the game, I was thinking, okay, who could Arsenal potentially add to this roster to like really make it elite with depth? I was just thinking Nico Williams was one player that 100% they need, and a striker.
That's one thing he needs to improve on. Just more. Well, obviously, the new sporting director. Hopefully, he gets to some big signings. He's used to getting big signings for his previous clubs. I think it was Atletico Madrid sporting director. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he secured Joao Felix. He secured some other big signings. So hopefully, he does the same.
Berta.
Berta.
Yeah.
But
Any
next
takeaways?
game,
Any takeaways from this game before we move on? Any questions? Any players we want to mention? Any players that should be mentioned? Vini scored, but Vini's been. I don't know. Vini,
that season was forgettable.
I think
this
so,
season for
yeah.
Vini was.
Just want to forget.
And real quick, before we move on, I think the worst is yet to come for Real Madrid. I think this is only the beginning. I think the La Liga's done. Copa del Rey final, I believe they'll lose.
I don't think I don't think they're gonna give up everything. I mean, Barca has to play a Champions League. Barca prefers the Champions League. I think we all know that. So
100%, but it's one match that is coming around. It's the next weekend, the 26th.
no, all the La Liga games Barca starts to play, plus the Clásico, and the Copa del Rey final.
Copa del Rey finals in the bag.
There's still stuff to play for.
But what I'm predicting right now, the worst is yet to come for Real Madrid.
Madrid has to win one of those. If not, then damn, that's probably the worst season I could remember being a fan. Might actually be the worst season
Yeah,
because you ended losing to your biggest rival in all
yes, but it's
competition.
because you guys are so dang spoiled. It's just like a reality check that it's like, okay, you know, everything's back to normal. Football is healing. Real Madrid comebacks are no longer a thing. Remontadas, at least.
It's not gonna happen though. We're gonna win one of them.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, boys.
Let's do.
Same game today.
Let's talk about Inter Bayern. Oh, we're close.
This is the exact same shit. It was the exact same leg way. Bayern chance after chance after chance after chance. Inter going and converting their 5 chances.
It's
That's literally all it was,
it's
bro.
the Inter way.
And that, oh my god, that Lautaro goal was so daft, man.
That was so
Kimmich,
cool.
Kimmich top 5 right CDM, by the way. Can't even clear a fucking ball.
He's had a good game.
It's like
He had a great game.
Oh, Kimmich
was alright.
Kimmich was okay.
It's the Bayern had it though. I really thought.
They went up 1-0. And what happened? What happened when they go up and Inter starts attacking? They score immediately.
Before Bayern.
They score immediately.
Before
bro.
Bayern scored, these guys had like 4
Yeah.
clear chances to win.
And the first 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes, it was just all Bayern gas, accelerator on, and they were making chances.
Now,
But if you do not convert against Inter, it will always come and bite you in the ass. This is a team that I have been saying that it's just a style of play. Hold. Take your chances, converts, move on.
Inter can't play like that against Barca. They're gonna get annihilated. They gotta switch it.
I don't know.
They gotta for sure switch that up because Barca will convert all those that Bayern couldn't.
Agreed.
I don't know. Actually,
Agreed. You don't know, really?
I don't know because of how the fixtures are set. Inter receives Barca at home second leg, and I think Inter's gonna go park the bus in the first leg.
No, first leg's in Barca.
No, first leg is at Barca. Yes, first leg is in Barcelona. The second leg is at home where Inter do not lose. Again, I predicted Inter not losing against Bayern today. They held out the draw. They got the goal, and they didn't lose. But I think Barcelona and Inter, I mean, I don't know. We'll get into the predictions, but it'll be very tough. Real quick with this match. Inter 2 set pieces, 2 goals. Wait.
Daft. So daft.
You have Çalhanoğlu. You have Çalhanoğlu and Di Marco kicking free kicks, corners.
Dead football from those guys, man.
Oh, man. Lautaro aura, though.
No, there was the play in the first half.
He had a play in the middle of the pitch and then disappeared the entire rest of the game.
No, that play was nasty.
The play was nuts. The play was nuts, but he really didn't do much today.
Nah, ese güey es un ídolo. Top 5 Inter players of all time, no? Lautaro? I think so.
I think he's elevated the love I have for Icardi at Inter.
This guy.
Icardi talking 2025, bro. There's no way.
Icardi had fucking 2 good seasons, man.
Icardi was the reason we're champions. After
Icardi
a long sequía without being champions.
Icardi never celebrated in the stands, and they had posters of him.
That's true.
Fucking Lautaro has posters of him every game.
Icardi was known more for the tattoos on the back of his shoulder than
I don't know. Icardi just hits home, but yeah, Lautaro, my God.
Lautaro is gonna finish. Could probably finish as the greatest Inter player of all time.
He's gonna be up there with Milito, Eto'o, strikers.
Mas. He's gonna leave Inter bigger than them.
Those guys won a Champions League.
And this guy's been in a final.
Those guys
the
won a Champions
consistency, the amount of set he has, the goals, the moments, the clutch factor. Lautaro's gonna retire. I don't know if he'll retire at Inter. He'll leave Inter.
He'll leave like a top 3 player, bro.
If he stays at least 1 or 2 more seasons, he'll leave as the best. I'd say the best striker they ever had. I don't know about legend because, I mean, Zanetti and all that. He
Natasha with the back to back. Don't know. 5 euros. Lautaro celebration had too much aura. Inter claps Barca. I think that's like Lautaro's staple when he celebrates now. He goes up to the stands.
Goes to the fans. And that's why, you don't remember those other guys doing that much, bro.
I just remember Icardi
Did you not see him stand up, and the banner that was behind him?
That was nuts.
Who was on the banner, bro? It was fucking Lautaro, way. Like, they idolize him, bro.
Alex is referring back to our top 5 video. Kane above Mbappe is crazy.
Hey, I think today proved why I said that.
It can't be that crazy.
That perfect fucking striker goal.
Yeah, that goal was nice.
Yeah, if you think the opposite, then I don't know.
Joey exists. What it do? Ladsfooty crew. Shout out Joey.
Shut up,
Joey. I did not say that, bro. But yes, company exits the Champions League.
And it's not his fault.
No, good for.
It's not his fault,
he had
bro.
a
learning lesson. Learning lesson.
For the players he had, he did the most out of it.
Wait, look, Kim Min Jae tried to jump up. Kim Min Jae tried to no look.
Let me name you the back line.
His ass.
Stanisic left back. Kim Min Jae. Lyman right back, and the other center back was Dyer. Eric Dyer in 2025.
And you know who was the best one?
Eric Dyer.
Fucking Eric Dyer.
Which clearance unreal.
That's
and the center back and the goalkeeper they had the third string.
And then you can't. And then you're gonna go look at that back line and blame Company. You can't, bro. You really can't.
When I blame Company, I don't know.
Can you, bro? They had the chances.
Musiala, and
they had multiple chances, and they have injured players.
Yes.
They started Thomas Muller in 2025.
No, Bayern next season need a player.
A splash.
They need another player that brings life to the team. They got it with Olise this year, but they have Sane. He was pretty good today. I'm not gonna lie.
They need a
but they have Coleman, Gnabry, Sane. Those guys
they need a defensive dog, bro.
They've made some questionable signings,
and these are players that were all performing in their recent.
Guerrero's been there for a minute now, but
Palhinha's good. Company just doesn't like him.
He's not good for what Bayern do. He's not good for Bayern.
He's not good in a double pivot. He's good in a solo.
Bayern are much more
Kim Min Jae
midfield.
Kim Min Jae, however you say his name. Is he a Bayern type player? Or at least good enough for the Bayern? I don't know.
He was great at Napoli, but
I think every time Bayern concede, I think this guy's always in the mix of it.
Nah, I think Company's done the most he could with this roster, especially with all the injuries he's had. I mean, they're about to win the Bundesliga, so
Yeah, they're
Shout
gonna
out to
lose.
him.
So, I mean, at least they
Pokal,
did
the
that.
Pokal though, this Pokal is probably the worst I can remember. It's Stuttgart versus that third division team that beat Leverkusen.
Paderborn, I think.
No, it's not Paderborn. It's called it's a team I barely found out who they were
Anyways,
this year.
shout out that third division German team. Next football match, I think let's go to yesterday's games. Who do you guys want to start with?
Let's do the Barca
PSG
one.
or part of
Yeah,
Barca?
let's do the Barca one.
Barcelona had
Shit performance.
their first loss of this year, and to be honest, it was a very, very, very bad performance from Barcelona. I don't know. They had their full starters as well.
Guirassi, bro.
Pedri was
You got
benched.
fucking blood on your hands, man. There's no way. I think I've bet on him for goal scorer at least like 5-6 times
Since the group stage
this entire
ended?
season, bro. This entire season, even some games. Wait, score a hat trick. Score a hat trick. The one I decided not to bet on.
Yeah.
Kidding me?
I bet on him, but it didn't even matter. Parlay didn't hit.
Oh my god, man. But
Girassi to score a penalty, chopped goal, another goal.
if you really deep it, the only reason Barca played forward was only roughly until Pedri got subbed on.
Yeah, but even then, I think Dortmund just wanted it more than Barcelona did. I think
were
Barcelona got
desperate.
they got comfortable.
Barca
also.
were comfortable.
They were
That's all it
comfortable.
was.
I don't know how I don't even know how Dortmund even were close to coming back. Like that team is nowhere near good enough. That coach isn't good enough. Never rated him. The fact that Barca gave that team a lifeline is absolutely insane. They didn't take it that serious.
It's the 12th man in that
They
stadium.
didn't take it that serious.
It's the 12th man in that stadium. That stadium really just once you get going, you get going.
It hasn't been the same this year though. They've lost a lot of games at
They've
home.
lost a lot of games. Yeah, that's
Against
true.
they lost against Augsburg.
Mediocre teams.
They lost against random Bundesliga
Could tell you something
teams.
about Bayern, but they're gonna win, and Dortmund are 9th.
I'm gonna bring back the Inter shit one more time.
Yeah.
Aren't they set for trouble right now?
Yeah, Inter is a treble open. Barcelona and Inter.
Lautaro wins another trouble. Does that not make him
another trouble?
He's never
Or
won a treble.
Lautaro wins a treble for Inter.
Yeah.
Does that not fucking solidify him?
When Milito and Eto'o having that trouble as well.
But Milito was never this good.
Milito scored a brace in the final.
Yes, but Milito
Yeah,
never
he
had
was.
the
Yeah, okay, I
consistency.
agree. In terms of player to player, player versus player, Lautaro.
And I think it's just more the impact and the ambience he brings away. Like that fucking. It seems like some of those players or some of those fans are fans solely because of Lautaro, bro. Like this guy brings a fire out of everyone.
Yeah.
And he's always the one celebrating in the stands, even when he's not scoring way. He goes and
Wait,
jumps
we're
on the
forgetting
cage and
someone.
shit,
We're
bro.
forgetting someone huge. Holy fuck.
Who?
R9. Fucking for R9 played at Inter.
Yeah,
But-
R9. Yeah,
But
R9
R9
was
wasn't an Inter
not-
legend.
R9 lifted a Ballon d'Or in the San
Wait,
Siro.
R9
do
was
that.
arguably a goat.
Yeah.
A goat.
Yeah, but
before.
Inter's number one goal will forever be Javier Zanetti.
Yeah, and he's still
Forever.
at the club.
And
he's
he's our club director.
Yeah,
He's dedicated his life to
That's a
Internazionale
club
Milano.
legend. That's something I can see Lautaro doing.
Milano.
I can see Lautaro coming back and getting some type of position there.
Yeah, but real quick.
Yeah.
Back
going
to Barcelona. Disastrous performance. Starters played. No rotation.
Pedri didn't start.
Luckily, no injuries were there for Barcelona. But I mean, this is a wake-up call. If Barcelona were going to lose, it was right for them to lose that match because it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call.
Bro.
And
Dortmund had it. They
No,
had it.
I don't think so.
They fucking had it. They had it.
They
What
had
were the
an
stats of the
offside zone.
shots in the first half?
Oh, dude, they had 10 shots on target.
It's because the
Not the first
attack
half,
they
but-
have isn't good enough. They have a lot of young players. And it's just Guriasi and kids.
Araujo-
Not even kids. They're probably
Araujo.
like 24, 25, but they look like they're young as hell. And then you have Gio Reyna coming off the bench as soon as he got
Who
some
was
minutes.
that?
GG.
The left winger that got subbed in. I think it was
For who?
I don't know if he started a left winger.
Duranville?
Yeah, I think it was. He was cooking Koundé.
That's not hard.
That is
They have
hard.
a lot of like they have
That
the
is hard.
same
I
play.
think when they get
Duranville, Gittens.
Yeah, Gittins and Duranville. Those
I know
guys.
the
Gittins
right
is
winger
pretty
too.
good.
The
Vino
scrawny
Gittins
right
is
winger.
raw.
The
Yes,
I forgot his name.
I don't know his name, but that guy was mixing. But I mean, what can we say about Barcelona? They're in the next match now, semifinal. They have Inter up next. Dortmund played their hearts out, but it just was not enough.
For Barca, I think it's good that they went through that though. They need every team needs a wake up call.
Exactly.
Same with PSG. We're about to get to them.
I think the teams that needed a wake up call, they just it's because when you go up and get a lead that big, like you tend to get comfortable. No, you tend to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
It happens to every single team that goes up with a big ass lead like that.
And if there was a game for Barcelona to lose, it was this one because they can't afford a loss in La Liga. They can't afford another loss in the upcoming Champions League, and they couldn't afford a loss in the Copa del Rey.
You take a loss that doesn't affect you. You fucking take the the nits and picks from it, and you just toss it out the window, man. You move on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect
What
timing.
happened to Araujo though?
Araujo
Ooh, that boy should have went to Juve. I'm not gonna lie, he's fucking washed.
would have made him worse, Lokes.
You guys would have got bread though.
Nah,
Ooh,
we just
easy
got
like
50 million.
40, 50 million.
Yeah, it would have been like 40,
You guys would have
50
got
million.
some bread.
Now I think the guy doesn't get sold for over 45.
He's not getting sold though. He's not.
At this point, nah. They
I
won't look
think
to sell him.
The starting center back duos, Inigo Martinez and Pau Cubares. Inigo Martinez, what a fucking season for that guy. What a season.
Valid.
Him and Pau Cubares are holding it down for Barcelona. But let's go on to Aston Villa PSG. What a game. 5 goals. Villa with the dub 3-2. Just not enough for aggregate 5-4. Takeaways.
Emi Martinez. Fucking hold that, fam.
I like how that's like the first topic we get to.
Football has healed, man. I think everyone subjectively enjoyed watching that man get fucking humbled. And the fact that the humbling was perfect because throughout both legs, there were mistakes on his end and absolute world he scored against the guy. This was, if you're a Emmy hater, like majority of the football world,
Yeah.
you know that was a fucking great scene. Watching him shed tears.
If he
at
has a
Villa
green
Park.
Argentina jersey, none of that happens. Goalkeeper kid.
Maybe.
The thing, my problem with him is that the easiest things that he should, handle and take control of, he just bottles it. He just, it doesn't work out for him. But then some extraordinary saves that he has, he blocks. That, I don't know. It's just the inconsistency with like the easy shit right there. You have it in your hands and you bobble.
He had a miscommunication with Pau
Pau
Torres.
Torres.
I don't even think Pau Torres was that even involved in the play when you
He
really
jumped
like
over
look at
him,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you're the
Even
fucking
then.
Yashin Trophy winning goalkeeper, then that should never leave your hands.
Even then, yeah,
Never.
exactly. If you have hands on it, you're expected to contain.
You have
it
two-
applies it to every. Even let's go to NFL terms. If you can touch the ball, you can catch
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
If you can have 2 hands and then gloves, gloves. You can hold
sticky egg gloves.
sticky gloves too.
Shout out Natasha, another 10 euros. I have to do a shout out here for you guys. I watch you every morning during the home office because I can never be on the live stream due to the time difference. Massive support, keep up the good work. Shout out Natasha.
Natasha.
She's
Frankfurt.
showing love. She's
The
showing love.
goat.
Yeah, shout out Frankfurt, all the Germans out there. We really did love Germany, so hopefully we're there for the Champions League
I
final.
gotta catch the next trip, man. Fuck's sake.
Appreciate it.
I'm just trying to black out at a German
Hey,
bar.
PSG lost. PSG lost on score.
Good,
Yes.
good timing for a wake up.
Good
call.
timing.
Another humbling hell that didn't affect you.
Now, I think this one was way closer than Dortmund actually coming back for Barcelona.
PSG could have lost.
Rashford away.
PSG could have lost, and Marcus Rashford had a fucking game. Asensio, Pecho Frio, I can see exactly why nobody wanted to keep that motherfucker around his team and why he's playing for Aston Villa. Wow.
It was a sitter, and
And he shat the bed.
he did, but you can't discredit everything that he's done for Villa since he's gone.
No, but
it was the
that's the
biggest
moment.
moment of
That's
the
the moment.
season. It was the biggest moment of the
now
season.
no one's gonna remember those other goals you scored because you shat the bed at the biggest moment in your whole season.
Damn, it's crazy. It's like someone like kind of predicted something like that a couple of weeks ago.
What? That
Hey?
he's Pecho Frio?
That Asensio was fucking washed.
He's a fraud. Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what he was. He didn't even go left or right. He just shot like straight out
You know
his
what's even
legs.
crazier? Donnarumma ate 3. And
But
he was the only reason they went through.
And I was gonna go into that.
He was the only reason they went through.
He is a top 3 goalkeeper. I'm telling you, boys. Another performance.
No, but this isn't a
Dude,
regular
those
for
crazy
Donnarumma way.
saves.
This isn't a regular for Donnarumma way. And when you really look at it, bro, if you go
Him
to,
against goal. Against goal, you should have saved that shit.
if you search through everyone,
Fucking
if you
6'7".
show random people on that street outside of PSG, outside of the Parc des Princes, the 11, and you ask them, pick the biggest mistake or the biggest mistake prone player on that team, they're all gonna point at Donnarumma. way.
Marquinhos.
They're all gonna. Marquinhos had himself a good game.
Yeah, for once, yeah.
Wait,
Donnarumma's
no.
still-
Pacho.
The
Pacho
Gonza-
was the guy.
The Gonza header that he fucking whiffed.
Yeah.
I'm watching it with Joseph and it's Rashford setting up for a cross. Never seen Rashford give a good fucking cross on the
Ball.
right hand side ever. I'm like, he's like, oh, it's Rashford. He's gonna give a good ball. I'm like, no, bro. He
it's
doesn't
Rashford.
cross like that. He fucking sends a looping dime, bro. I don't think the pass could have gotten any better.
Yeah.
It beat every single man it had to, and it landed right in front of Gonzalez's humongous forehead. and he fucking missed.
Villa had the chances.
save? The Donnarumma save?
No way,
No,
the
the one he
Quincy
put
header,
it
the cross
wide.
from
He
the
put it
right
wide.
side that he just whipped it in like low cross.
There's another play. It was Tielemans though, and Donnarumma had a nasty save.
The header, yeah, that one too. But no, this one Quincy, they didn't even hit the ball with. He dead ass grazed it or whatever, se le fue, and it just bounced right past the box.
Villa had the opportunities. They
Villa
didn't
could have
convert.
done. Villa could have done the
I
unthinkable.
think this is where they kind of mess up, and then you start to think. John Duran, if they would have sold him, his conversion to shot ratio was out of this damn
insane,
league.
yeah.
The best in the world.
Best in the world. Best in the world. I think. See, if you would have held this player up until summer, dog, we probably would have been having Villa at least.
The goals per minute ratio was fucking ridiculous.
That's the thing. That's the thing with Villa. Sometimes those January transfer exits can hit you.
Because
And bite
man,
you
they
back in
made
the ass.
fucking
They did
bank.
bank. They did. But I'm pretty sure
out, bro.
how much more money we're gonna miss out from year to summer.
I don't think they were gonna get Saudi money.
I don't know.
Thank God Aston Villa's out though. I can't stand Unai Emery. I can't.
So
I don't like Aston Villa at all.
Ground.
They're very. I kind of hate.
He was on the
Aston
ground
Villa.
like a cool 4 or 5
He
times,
was on the
bro.
ground plenty of
He
times.
was fucking.
Luis
about to
Enrique
crash out.
was very upset too. You could tell his body language was.
Oh,
was
no, he
very
was
upset.
fuming.
Dembele too. He didn't accept his
These Spanish
Yeah.
managers have no sense of of coolness in their body. Then they can never not show their emotions, bro. They freak the fuck out off of everything, regardless whether they're winning or losing.
Villa, regardless though, they went out in a right way. They almost completed. They were down 2 goals.
They clapped. The fence clapped
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
away.
they
The fence
did.
clapped
Yeah, so
after the final whistle. So
I think Villa have something to be proud of. They were really close. I think Matson was the last kick of the game, and he almost
crazy.
smacked that
Is it
top
going in?
bottom right. I don't know.
I think
don't
it's
think so.
bouncing. I think it's bouncing and going in
Because of
it already had the spin on it.
spin on the ball, I think it wasn't going in 100%. Like it wasn't for me clear enough to be like, oh, that's a
I
goal.
feel like it had enough spin to get a good
I
ass
think
bounce
post.
and slide in.
I think post or just out. But speaking about, let's give some credit to PSG. Some players in particular, Hakimi.
I think Fabian Ruiz had a game.
Once again, Hakimi on the score sheet. 20 goals and assists as a right back.
Insane.
Best right back in the world.
And
And on the other hand,
And it doesn't get any. It gets just as good on the other hand, on the other flank,
yeah,
bro.
tell me about it.
Nuno Mendes, both fullbacks scoring.
Both fullbacks are the best in the world.
The 2
arguably.
best fullbacks.
Did Hakimi score the first leg?
No,
So Nuno did both legs.
Nuno scored both legs.
Both legs.
Best
Nice
fullback
finishes,
pairing
too.
in the world.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good start.
I can agree.
You can't disagree.
I can agree. Yeah, I can
Can't
agree.
disagree.
They have potentially top 3 front 3, top 3 midfield 3, and then
top 3 fullback.
top 3 no,
Right.
they're the
Top
number
3
1.
defensive line, man.
Top 3 defensive line.
I don't like Marquinhos.
I think I include them all as a whole, including
Yeah, as a
Donnarumma.
whole.
What are the top
As a
top 3
whole.
fullback pairings
In the world,
right now? PSG.
Barcelona.
Con his ass. I'm calling Lewis Kelly and Timber Clear.
Yeah, I put those 3.
I'll put those 3.
I put those 3.
I'll put those 3.
Nah, Dallo and what's it?
Dorgu?
When Luke shot.
Dorgu. Oh my god.
Nah, wait till we sign Frimpong. And it's gonna be Dorgu Frimpong.
He's a right
Damn.
mid. He's not even fullback.
Exactly. Dorgu's a left mid.
It was just 3 defenders, 3 center backs.
Yeah, just vibes.
Rashford back to United. Ask Mariano.
I mean, he's on loan.
He's on loan.
Oh shit.
I'd keep him. I'd keep Rashford because we wouldn't really. I don't think we'd make any profit, any value from selling Rashford right now. I don't think anyone would make an offer even good enough.
Yeah.
I think the best chance we'd have would be keeping him, mainly because we
I
do
think
lack
Villa-
the offensive depth already.
If I were Villa, I would
You think you'd cash
throw
on
him
Rashford?
20 million.
We wouldn't take 20 mil for Rashford.
No?
Nah, we're like 50.
Oh. Nah,
That's why we wouldn't get our value worth.
I like 30 million.
Nah, we wouldn't get our
25
values worth, bro.
million. Julian asks, will Villa make European ball this season? Currently 7th, same points as Chelsea, 6th for Europa League spot. I don't know. There's 6 matches left. I don't know. I mean, they're full force Premier League now.
Yeah, I think that they're gonna try to be in there again. Let's get to the semifinal previews now. Let's do Barca Inter first. Barca's at home first. Tuesday, April 29th.
This
Damn, it
is-
says both games Tuesday, April 29th. I'm pretty
This
sure one's
is
gonna
a
be moved.
great fucking semifinals, man. I like all 4 sides of this shit.
The semifinals are very good. They're very interesting. They look like there's gonna be goals everywhere.
Both games are set up to go the complete opposite of what people are expecting. They have
Okay.
the potential to be insane.
These quarterfinals had goals a lo pendejo. Güey.
También, bro.
Hella goals. Every game was 3 goals. Every game was easy. If you put over 2.5 on every game,
God, Mbappe.
if you had over 2.5 on all games, you would have been probably a millionaire right now, depending on how much you put, obviously. But not that we're giving gambling advice.
Not that we're degenerates.
Not that we're degenerates. Tuesday, April 29th, Arsenal versus PSG and Barcelona versus Inter. First legs,
Barca, Inter.
Barca and Arsenal's at home first leg.
Barca, Inter.
We're going to give our quick predictions now. Obviously, as time gets closer, we'll drop our previews in full. But based off what we've seen and based off what we are seeing coming up, Arsenal, PSG, Arsenal at home. Last beat Madrid 3-0 there. Last beat 2-0.
The game's like 10 times already.
I thought we were going to do
Barca, Inter.
Oh, go for it. It's because I have full map reading it. I'm going from top to bottom. Man.
Barca, Inter.
It's all
Barcelona,
out defense
Inter.
versus all out offense. This is the one we were talking. This is the one that got brought up a
Thing
lot.
is, real quick. If Barcelona don't go into the mind that if they don't put 3 goals on Inter this match, the same thing that happened to them in Dortmund in the second leg is gonna happen.
Barcelona is not Bayern.
putting 3 goals on Inter.
Barcelona's not
That's
Bayern.
That's the thing. If they don't win this match in the first leg, like how they did against Dortmund, the second leg for them is gonna be held in Milan, San Siro, Giuseppe Meazza, whatever it is.
There's going to be one key player in this fixture. It's going to be Thuram, especially with the high line Barca plays. Lautaro is going to have to hold the ball up for his life and play nasty through walls, like how he always does. But more against Barca because Barca play a high-ass line.
You have to be fucking quick.
And I don't even think
fast
it's
with the
You
passes.
can't get caught on the press because that counterattack's going to eat you alive, bro.
And I don't think it's through the middle. I think Koundé or Balde is gonna get called back in, and that's where Di Marco's gonna be there, whipping a ball into Thuram in the final third. Dumfries is gonna be back for that tie. I think the goals from Inter will come just like how the goal came in the first leg for Inter Bayern, like that, just like that.
I really don't know who would advance this year.
This is why, man. These semifinals are great.
We
'Cause
said
there's really no set winner now. There isn't.
There
For
isn't.
neither.
I don't know what to
teams.
think anymore.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but
COVID right now or what?
there isn't a favorite right now to win the Champions League. Like a true
No heavy favorite.
true
No
heavy
heavy
favorite,
favorite.
there is not. If you go check all bookings, it's gonna be very minimal the differences.
I think the number 1's gonna be Barca. I think last is gonna be Arsenal. Actually,
I think last is gonna be Arsenal.
You guys wanna
I
do
don't know. I don't know
I think
actually.
it's Arsenal.
You guys want to do a Final Four power ranking?
Final 4 power rankings.
Is Barca 1, 2 PSG, 3 Inter, 4 Arsenal?
Yeah.
No other answer. To be honest.
I could argue that.
With
I think after what we saw, I think we could do Barcelona first, okay. PSG second, Arsenal third. They just knocked out Madrid the way they did. They deserve to be above Inter. Inter by 1 goal.
This is the amount of goals Inter have conceded this campaign is you can't hide it. And
Chat's cooking right now.
Inter are the only team that has beat Arsenal.
Inter is the only team that has beat Arsenal.
Yeah, I think that's the only
Yes,
game Arsenal
1-0.
lost.
1-0. That's true.
Right?
That is
Did
true.
did Arsenal lose 2 games? I
No,
think
they
Arsenal-
lost to Inter. They lost to
PSG.
Inter.
Yeah, but how many Champions League games did Arsenal lose? I think they lost 2 or 1.
Emilio, do a brace versus Arsenal. We will be there. If Due smacks a
I
brace
have
on
a
us,
desire for Due. Oh my god.
Yeah, they only
was-
lost 1. It was
I
against
love
Inter.
that, man.
That's the PSG lineups are very unpredictable too. I don't know
Yeah.
the front 3. They
Yeah,
always
yeah.
switch it.
predictions first leg, Barcelona, Inter.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
3-2 Barca.
That's a lot of
2-2.
goals. That's a
2-2.
lot
3-2
of
Barca.
goals.
There's gonna be goals.
3-2
man.
Barca. Va a haber un puta madral de goles, güey.
I feel like
2-2.
when Barcelona plays Inter, it's like Barcelona playing Atleti in some way.
I think Hansi Flick just has everything in his desire to want to go and score goals, as many goals as possible. That's just gonna overwhelm Inter ball, bro. You guys will be forced to play offensive.
I'm just trying to see how the attacking progressions are going to be and go for Barcelona. Like okay, as of late, Barcelona's playstyle has been a lot of Yamal, right wing, cut, far post whip. Crosses aren't gonna work against Inter. They're just not. They're not, because why? They have the flat 3 in the back with the help of the fullbacks. So crossing in that system isn't gonna work for Barcelona. I think it's gonna go down to individual ability to be honest. I think Lewandowski is going to be in a box.
Philip Ortiz, Aye Paris.
Allez, Paris.
Aye Paris,
From
Cuernavaca, Chihuahua.
where? Cuernavaca, Chihuahua. That is
Just
two
made up that
different
place.
places. That is two different places.
Fucking
I don't know what you guys think, but I think this game is going to be kind of close. I think
no, it's gonna be very close. I think it's gonna be a draw, 2-2.
2-1 Barcelona edge, and that second leg is going to be something else.
the San Siro game is gonna be the entertaining one to be like not the entertaining one. I don't know if there'll be more goals in the San Siro, but I think that's gonna be the.
I don't know. Inter has a good track record against Barcelona. The semifinal, 2010, Inter knocked out Barcelona in Barcelona. The group stages, 4 years ago, Inter knocked out Barcelona out of the group stages, sent Barcelona to the Europa League. Lautaro scored. 3-2.
When Ansu Fati scored the winner at San Siro.
Ansu Fati scored the winner at San Siro, but those are matches that happen in Milan, and that's where I'm saying.
Greatness, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Barcelona get the job done ultimately. I think 2-1 Barcelona. Very, very tight and close game. I think this game is like 0-0 at half, and then the goals come second. You guys. You said 2-2.
2-2 first leg.
3-2.
Still going 3-2, man. I
3-2.
want goals. And I know that these teams are more than capable of providing that.
I just don't see a world where there's less than 2 goals in this game. There's gonna be boom, 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 boom.
Two teams that are very clinical. Yeah, I guess.
Next game, Arsenal PSG. First leg at the Emirates. Damn, I do not like that.
I don't like that either at all. I don't like that at all. Not a single
we can't lie. Arsenal is a very good away team. Very good.
No
That's
Partey.
true. No Partey. I don't know. I don't know what that
gonna get
midfield
fucking.
is gonna be.
Jorginho's gonna get ran through.
I don't know.
He's not
Jorginho's
playing.
gonna get.
He's not
Who are
playing.
you guys gonna have?
Marino's gonna drop.
And play who?
Marino, Rice, Odegaard,
And play who up top?
Trossard. I know, but you can't play Jorginho. He's gonna be a liability.
Marino, I don't like Marino there at all.
No, he's gonna have to play
I feel like
the
Marino's
eights.
also gonna get fucking
Not
dusted.
gonna lie,
in
I prefer Jorginho to start.
I don't.
I think Jorginho started the game when we beat PSG.
He did play there. But he played at home. The game is at home as well. Sure.
He did not. It was
And he was
Trossard started striker, so I think Trossard might start. He got an assist that game. I really don't want Merino to drop in the midfield.
That's what it's gonna be. Arteta, I don't think he's gonna play Jorginho. He's a liability defensively off the ball. His game is on the ball, with the ball, and I mean the way Vitinha and Joao Neves are gonna press him.
Declan Rice got to carry again. Odegaard has to run his socks off. I think in the first leg we're gonna see. I actually don't think we're gonna see that many goals.
I
first
agree.
leg.
I agree with you.
I'm gonna go. Shit.
PSG 2-0.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
That's so
Two
hot.
draws
That's
the
very hot.
first.
I'm going 1-1 as well.
PSG 2-0.
I think 1-1. I'm going 1-1. The first leg, Arsenal PSG. I don't know what chat's saying, but there's a couple of comments in here.
1-1. I mean 2-0 PSG. Clean sheet at the Emirates.
Yeah. Luis Enrique shows levels.
2-0. Nah, no way. That's a good hot take.
Yeah.
I mean, anything can happen in the Champions League, but Keeks said remontada. Keeks said 2-0. Keeks said Atleti no sé qué.
Hey, but would I have winning all the way?
Yeah, PSG. Yeah, PSG. Yeah, I have Barcelona. Madrid are too ass that they fucking ruined my fairy tale ending once again, but
Yeah, this Clasico's never gonna happen.
Our fucking
it's just never gonna happen.
our brackets all went to shit.
Yeah, all
like,
of our brackets
everywhere.
were
Like
chopped.
everywhere they all
I don't
went to
think there's
shit.
anyone really.
I think I put Inter Madrid.
The closest thing we can get with is if me and you get a winner, or if it's like a Barca PSG
Yeah.
final. That's like all we got.
Any final with Barca in there was gonna feed families. Say Arsenal, say PSG. Sergio saying I agree. PSG might pull it first leg. If that's the case, I think it's reps. But I have confidence in Arteta.
Second leg, Inter Barca.
Second leg, Inter Barca. Barca currently up to my predictions 2-1. I think.
I think San Siro Barca wins.
I think Inter open up a bit more for the sake of the goal. I'm going to go
Barca
2-1
win.
Barcelona again.
Barca wins at the San Siro.
Are we
Back
doing
to
both
back.
legs?
Yeah, back-to-back Barcelona. My goat, Mensch. Shout out, Mensch. Pretty wild story you posted earlier today. What happened to Madrid's UCL heritage? They've been asked all year. These 2 games wasn't going to change nothing. You missed the Madrid segment, my guy. But Madrid, as I predicted.
1-1 at the San Siro.
Yeah. But you have
Barcelona.
Yeah,
Barca.
With
I think Barca wins at
4-3.
Barca's gonna win the San Siro.
Or 4-3, yeah. 4-3 aggregate. That's what I got.
No sé.
And it's gonna be a second leg PSG Arsenal. Sadly, boys, I think PSG are gonna be Arsenal.
Yeah, I think so. If Arsenal doesn't win the first leg, I think the chances of them qualifying to the final are gonna be very low. Very low. I think that's why it doesn't benefit that they're going away the second match again.
What if Kai Havertz makes a special recovery by then?
For the second leg?
For the second leg.
Kai Havertz.
That would be something.
And Partey.
Kai Havertz.
He's the one. I think he scored against PSG.
You guys bought another midfield and put him up top instead of playing Havertz. Granted, he got injured, but you guys replaced him with another midfielder and put him up top.
Arsenal, Barca, Champions League final would be crazy. 06 rematch.
I don't know though. Arsenal has to win the first leg. If that doesn't happen, PSG are in the final, boys, and then it'll be a PSG Barcelona final. Luis Enrique versus Hansi Flick, 2 men that don't lose finals. That would be something.
Fuck. So
I think that's what's gonna happen.
Mbappe's out of the Ballon d'Or race since he got knocked out.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's between the Barca players or Dembele.
Barca players or Dembele, yeah.
But how's Lautaro's numbers? Does he have crazy
has
numbers?
20 plus goals on the Serie A.
You want to trouble?
And what about?
You're in trouble with the UCL.
The thing is, Inter is not beating Barcelona.
But
it's not. It's not crazy though.
It's not crazy. We did say if there's one team Barca fears playing, it is Inter Milan because of the system that they are up against, and that's why I say the goals are going to be low.
And the rest of these guys are obviously in their Ballon d'Or takes for the same reason. They're still pushing for the Champions League, and they're still competing in their league.
Okay,
so if Lautaro can go through and continue, why would he not be? Wasn't this guy a top 5 candidate last year?
Yeah, he was.
Exactly. So then what's stopping him from being a top 3?
But they're not going to be Barcelona. If they do, then he's a top 3, regardless of the final outcome.
I mean, Lautaro could have won it last year. He could have,
but he just Rodri won it.
In some universe. Actually, I had Jude Bellingham over Lautaro, la neta.
There's a lot of faces.
So what is currently the front runners for Ballon d'Or?
Rafinha,
Ballon d'Or
Dembele.
Cheeks.
Pedri?
It's Cheeks. Why? Because there's no Madrid players?
Yup.
It's fucking moron.
Rafinha,
Rafinha,
Dembele, and Pedri. Can we agree to those 3 being the front runners for the Ballon d'Or this year?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see after these games. Lautaro,
Inter historically owns Barca. I know that's a conversation that needs to be having. It was had. I mean.
I think any of those are a great sign. If Pedri wins the Ballon d'Or, fuck the Jude versus Pedri debate. I don't think we'll ever get opened up again until Bellingham wins one, if he even can. Dembele, fucking revenge story. You go and replace Kylian Mbappe.
But that's
you win the Champions League and win a Ballon d'Or. Yes, I'm saying these are hypotheticals. These are hypotheticals, fam. Relax. All right.
Yes.
And Rafinha obviously coming from pretty much zero, from pretty much being wanted to get sold out by the fans, wanting to get replaced by Nico and
2 insane stories.
And you go in pretty
Pedri
much
as well from injuries.
Yes, Pedri was the first one.
Injuries haven't been written off by some fans, some whatever it is. But I think imagine PSG win the Champions League, where Mbappe.
That shit alone will start a war.
I know, but where Mbappe left PSG in search for the Champions League glory with Real Madrid. First season there, eliminated. Your team that you left PSG wins.
The team that you left are high and flying.
That would be insane.
They're way better without him, though.
They've already practically won the league. I'm pretty sure they already have won the league.
Yeah, they have.
They are gonna rest every single player they can win.
Yeah.
They will only put their 11 out to win the Champions League.
Fuck. They're so much better without them.
If there is any chance for them to do it, va a ser este año. There's really no other shot. This is the best they've ever played. I think I'd say best they've ever played, La Neta, even with Mbappe.
Yep.
They had a front three of Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar way. And that they didn't look nearly as good as these guys.
That's why I think the Arsenal PSG matchup is the one that is the most interesting and fun as of right now, because it's very, there's no major history between these clubs apart from that they played each other earlier in the season, but that was super early. That was like in September, I think. But two teams who are in great form. Arsenal with the motivation, the confidence boost after eliminating Real Madrid, and PSG with nothing else to play for but the Champions League. Fully rested. I think this is a matchup that you could go either way, but I'm favoring PSG in this one. I think they're gonna be flying from the get-go.
Alex saying the Pedri versus Jude debate is dead. Pedri showed levels this season. Jude hasn't shown up in big games. Thoughts?
I didn't like Jude today at all. At all.
Really non-existent.
Body language was abysmal today. It's like this guy was fucking fed up with his teammates and everyone around him.
I think they were more fed up. I think everyone as a whole was just fed up with. They couldn't break through.
Yeah,
They couldn't break through. This is the most shutdown I've ever seen in Real Madrid.
It's just when you don't have a game plan, a manager, like, and it's crazy. I'm criticizing Ancelotti of all fucking people, but it's Ancelotti has he's gone bailed by his players many times.
By the power of friendship, yeah, numerous
power of
times.
fucking collectiveness with friendships and whatever it is.
Not enough sacrifices today, buddy. Cooked.
Nah, just the season just needs to finish, regardless of what happens in the Copa del Rey and the La Liga.
Alexis saying PSG has always done better without stars. The only League One they lost versus Lille was the past decade was with Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi.
Yeah,
W
that's
take.
so
Yeah,
sick.
W
That's so
take. And it's crazy that Viej says that PSG are better without Mbappe, but it's crazy that it's true.
It's a crazy statement, but it's not wrong.
No, but
It's not wrong, if
it's
that makes
crazy, but because it's true. It's
It's
simple,
crazy
simple.
on paper when you read something like that.
When
You're
you
like,
hear it, when you read
yeah,
it, it's true.
but
It's really true.
But when you really do look at it, it's nothing but facts.
But why is it true? Now let's break it down.
Luis Enrique has his team playing as a whole way. They're a whole unit now.
If Mbappe
Because they're not forcing balls to Mbappe. They're not forcing
Yeah,
balls to a
there's no
specific
force.
player.
They can play
They're
to
fucking
whoever they
constantly
want.
See?
alternating.
you guys know ball, and that's the exact answer I wanted to hear from you guys. Because if Mbappe was at this lineup, it would be give Mbappe the ball and see what you could do with it. About it, Mbappe wouldn't be getting subbed off. With the rotation that they have with the front four players, all those players are getting subbed off and alternating positions, game time, and they're all converting and ending up on the score sheet or assisting someone and another. Even Gonzalo Ramos, of all players.
Damn, bro.
PSG, I think PSG are on demon time, and if it's a PSG Barcelona final, aguas.
Tiemblas, güey.
Tiembla,
Yeah.
fuck, man.
Yeah. Yo, shiver fan.
If it's Arsenal Barcelona final, I will just sit
Still.
back and enjoy life.
That'll be another fucking banging final.
I would enjoy life.
If Arsenal makes the final, that would be
I would enjoy life.
mind blown.
I would enjoy life.
I would be so mind blown. Like, it'd be crazy.
Luis Enrique is actually a good coach, and there isn't egos in the team. Yeah, that's another
Nah,
thing.
there's definitely ego in that squad.
Who?
The front three. The front three is full of ego.
No,
Ego's,
but
ego's not a
Dembele
ego
for
doesn't have to be a
sure.
bad thing, bro.
Dembele for
Ego
sure.
ego isn't necessarily a bad thing. When you're a forward, you have to have an ego.
Yeah, yeah.
You
You
need to
gotta,
have
you gotta,
ego.
you gotta
Dembele
know
was-
you're the shit.
Kvaratskhelia shows ego every time he wants to be the man. Dembele shows ego every time he wants to get a man.
I
Due
think-
comes off the bench and wants the ball every single time
I think
to
the
feet.
the ego that we're saying is more so of like selfishness
That's
traits.
arrogance.
I think it's a selfishness trait.
As Ronaldo. Ronaldo's arrogant, but because he knows he's the fucking GOAT.
Ronaldo conversations in 2025.
There's a difference between ego and arrogance. Ronaldo has both. That's why he's fucking greatest.
Only Royd Rage and Vieja think Jude better than Pedri. Is Jude better than Pedri?
Royd Rage? Now I looked that up or
I
what?
think that's Jamie.
Huh?
I think that's Jamie.
Who?
Jaime from
Jaime?
Discord.
No, that's Mensch.
But Roid Rage has to be Jaime way, no?
Oh, Royd Rage. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
It
he
is
means.
Royd
Oh,
Rage.
I thought he was calling me though.
Jaime. Oh, damn, I forgot this bastard.
Oh, fucking Jaime, I didn't hit the gym with that fool.
It's not about egos, it's about arrogance. Some say both.
Yeah, it's the difference in it.
Real quick, last week, me and Kiggs did 11, right?
Oh, a joint 11?
A joint 11 for the first leg. I think we can do it for the second leg.
Yeah, we can end it off like that.
Goalkeepers.
Or just completed like the quarterfinals team of the 11.
Mm,
Quarterfinals.
Okay, now
Yeah,
we gotta
we
go
can do
back.
that too.
So the past we had goalkeeper Who fuck? Who did we have as
Goalkeeper, I think I'd have
I'd
to.
give it to Donnarumma.
Donnarumma?
Conceded less
Raya
goal.
conceded one fucking goal.
And it was a cheesy ass goal against Real Madrid too.
Go
It's-
Raya.
We can go
Raya was,
I
yeah.
guess in terms of not conceding goals, that's what a goalkeeper's job is.
Raya.
Fair, yeah. Raya. Left back. It was between Nuno and Skelly. We gave it to Skelly last week.
I'm giving
Right,
it to Nuno.
I'm
I
gonna give
would
it to
say
Nuno.
Skelly, but you
Yeah,
can't
it's
deny
Nuno.
Nuno scored
Nuno.
both games.
Yeah.
Clinical.
Right back.
I'm still saying Timber. Ooh, but Hakimi today, yesterday.
I'm going Timber.
I'm gonna go Timber because he
Timber was
pocket
just-
Vini both games. Away.
Even though he scored, but
Yeah,
it's
Timber as a right back was shut down, man.
class.
Center backs.
Center back pairing. Saliba.
Bastoni for scoring in
Saliba.
the first leg and Saliba for
Saliba.
blocking both
I
legs.
think
Oh,
those
that
are the two.
Bastoni tackle on Olise in the first half.
Oh,
Insane.
también. Hey, I'm going.
Insane.
That's my back play.
Insane.
So that's easy. Raya, Timber, Bastoni, Saliba,
Nuno Mendes.
Nuno Mendes.
No Mensch.
Okay.
Midfield three. Anyway, anyhow.
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice.
Immediately.
Oof.
Declan Rice immediately.
I really
I
like.
didn't like Vitinha or Neves this
I
week.
think I
like-
was about to say Fabian had two really good
I like
legs.
Barella.
Alright.
I think Barella has to be
Barella
there.
wasn't too bad either.
I'm gonna go with Declan Rice, Barella, and
Fabian Ruiz.
yeah, why not? Those
Fabian
three.
Ruiz.
Crazy midfield.
Left wing,
Kvaratskhelia.
No.
who the fuck are we missing out on?
Again.
I really like what I saw from Martinelli. I'm not gonna lie. Both
That's
matches.
Yeah, I think Martinelli.
Both
First game
matches.
he was decent, and second game today was.
Teddy was really good.
Martinelli then.
really good.
Striker.
I would
Guriasi?
say Lautaro again.
Kuriasi, even though he got knocked out.
No, Lautaro.
man.
Did Lautaro score in the first leg?
Yeah,
He did.
He did.
Yeah, it has to be Lautaro.
Lautaro.
And then right wing, Rice, Pedri, Varela, Alexis Vega said. Pedri didn't start the second game though.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying Pedri. Yeah, no, not Pedri. Right wing could be anyone. I don't know. You guys decide.
Right wing, Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, he didn't play the first leg. I mean, he did.
Did.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I'll back it. What's
I
the
mean, what other PSG, Dembele?
Dembele man of the match.
Did he scored? No, he didn't score yesterday.
just an
He got an
assist.
assist on
Score.
Nuno Mensch. I'm gonna go.
I'll go Dembele.
His striker.
Yeah, we can go with man.
Saka. I'll go Saka.
Saka. All right, Saka it is. Boys,
How
that
many
is our
Arsenal
manager.
players? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Four.
5, 6.
No way. We had Raya, Timber,
Six.
Saliba 3, Rice 4, 5,
Martinelli,
6 two
Saka.
wingers.
Jesus.
Fair.
Yeah, Barcelona
Gotta give
the best
credit.
team.
Gotta give
Barcelona
credit.
is the best team.
Gotta give credit
I've
where
been
it's
giving-
due.
I've been giving credit the past 2 weeks.
Real
wait.
Madrid don't get eliminated in spring in knockouts
in prime time.
in prime time
Yeah.
Champions
Oh,
League,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
got absolutely demolished.
Ooh, Partey's a shout.
Nah,
too,
Partey's
but
not a
you
shout.
can't
I mean,
have
yes, but if
Partey
there's one
the
midfielder in
first
Arsenal,
leg. Oh my god.
if there's one midfielder,
There's
for
always
Arsenal.
been those talks. Who's the best center defensive midfielder in the Prem? Partey always gets disrespected.
Pedri, Rice, Eric Gutierrez, best 3 midfielders in the world. Fuck
I
it.
did a screamer yesterday though. Catch that, catch that, please. Catch that.
He's better as a goalie.
Oh my god!
All right. I think that's pretty
I
much
think-
it, lads.
I think that's a
Shout
wrap,
out.
boys.
Summed it
Appreciate you guys tuning in. Before we end it off, send all those donos so you can get shout out real quick.
We got some pretty big news. You guys will find out next week. So stay
Fair.
tuned. Subscribe.
Stay tuned, lads.
If
Make
you're
sure
in
you
this
guys-
live and you're not subscribed, what are you doing?
yeah, what are you doing?
Slack.
I hope,
Hit the
all, I, hope,
post
I hope all you guys are subscribed. Let's get to 6K. We still have plenty of content coming up. We have the previews for the semifinals. Trying to get a hot takes episode in. Well, you know how those goes for us, good or bad. Aggressive. Anyways, those are very heated discussions. So make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys don't miss out on that. And with that being said,
Catch you guys next video.
peace, lads.